why being nice is killing your respect. Let me ask you something. Do people respect you, or do they just use you? You've been told that being nice is the key to being liked, that if you always say yes, avoid conflict, and put others first, you'll be appreciated. But let's be real. Has that ever worked? Have you ever felt truly valued? Or do people only come to you when they need something? Here's the truth they never told you. Being too nice doesn't earn respect. It makes you invisible. It makes you disposable. The world doesn't respect people who bend over backwards for everyone. It respects those who stand their ground, control their emotions, and demand respect without saying a word. And that's exactly what we're going to unlock today. 7 powerful habits that will help you master yourself. Daily Stoic exercises to build iron discipline and the ancient mindset shift that will change the way you live forever. This is how you stop being just the nice guy and start becoming the man people admire, fear, and respect. Think of the one person you truly respect. Do they chase approval? Do they bend over backward to please everyone? Number. They set boundaries. They stand firm. And because of that, people respect them. Marcus Aurelius ruled the greatest empire in history, not by seeking validation, but by mastering himself. Seneca warned that without boundaries, you become a slave to others' expectations. Epictetus, born into slavery, became one of the greatest philosophers by controlling the only thing that mattered, his own mind. Here's the reality. If you don't take control of your life, someone else will. But when you master these 7 habits, build Stoic discipline, and embrace Memento Mori, you stop being ignored and you start commanding respect. If you're tired of being overlooked, of being used, of being just the nice guy, then take action. Hit like, comment, and share this video right now. It's time to take back your power. Now, let's dive into the first game-changing habit that will set you apart from the weak and make people respect you instantly. 1. Stop seeking approval. Imagine this. You're in a meeting. You have a great idea, but you hesitate. You don't want to sound stupid. Then someone else speaks up with a weaker idea, but they own it. Who do you think earns more respect? The answer is obvious. Respect comes from certainty, not from approval seeking. This is why nice guys never get respect. They live for validation. They measure their worth based on how others see them. And the more they chase approval, the weaker they become. But here's the truth. Respect doesn't come from making people happy. It comes from standing firm in who you are, no matter who's watching. The Stoics understood this. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid, because the moment you stop caring about approval, you start living on your own terms." So how do you break free from this trap? How do you stop needing permission to be yourself? The answer is simple. You train your mind, and the first step is journaling. Every day, write down one moment where you sought approval. Ask yourself, was it necessary? What would have happened if you had trusted yourself instead? Over time, you'll realize how much of your power you've been giving away, and you'll finally start taking it back. Right now, people are deciding how to treat you, and if you don't take control, they will. The weak get overlooked, the strong set the rules, and that starts with the next habit, setting clear boundaries. Because here's the next challenge. If you don't set clear boundaries, people will push you, use you, and take advantage of your time, energy, and kindness. Respect isn't just about how you see yourself, it's about how you train others to treat you. And that's exactly what we're going to cover next. How to set firm boundaries and make sure people respect them. 2. Set clear boundaries. How many times have you let something slide just because you didn't want to cause a scene? How often do you say yes when everything inside you is screaming no? This is why nice guys get walked all over. They think being agreeable makes them likable. But here's the truth. Without boundaries, you don't earn respect. You lose it. The world doesn't reward people who constantly give in. It rewards those who stand firm. If you're always available, always saying yes, people won't appreciate you more. They'll take you for granted. The Stoics knew this well. Seneca once said, "A gift consists not in what is done or given, but in the intention of the giver." In other words, if you're saying yes just to avoid discomfort, you're not being kind. You're betraying yourself. So here's the hard truth. If you don't set your own limits, people will set them for you. And trust me, their version of your limits will always serve them, not you. So how do you fix this? It starts with the no excuse rule. The next time someone asks for something you don't want to do, say no. Not no, sorry, I'm busy. Not no, maybe another time. Just no. No explanation, no justification, no guilt. Because the second you start justifying your boundaries, you give people room to argue. You show them your no is flexible, and once they know they can push you, they will. But when you stand firm, when you say no with confidence, everything changes. People start respecting your time, they stop testing your limits, and most importantly, you start respecting yourself. But here's the catch. Standing your ground isn't easy. It's uncomfortable. It feels unnatural at first. And this is where most guys break. They cave under pressure. But you won't. Because the next habit will train you to do what most people can't, embrace discomfort and turn it into power. 3. Practice voluntary discomfort. Most people spend their lives chasing comfort. They avoid struggle, seek convenience, and shy away from anything that feels difficult. But here's the reality. Comfort makes you weak. The more you avoid hardship, the softer you become. And when life hits you with real challenges, you won't be ready. The Stoics understood this well. They believed that true strength isn't built in times of ease. It's built by deliberately exposing yourself to discomfort. Seneca said, "It is in times of security that the spirit should be preparing itself for difficult times. If you don't train for struggle now, you'll collapse when it inevitably comes." This is why you must practice voluntary discomfort, a simple but powerful habit that will forge unshakable mental toughness. The idea is simple. Expose yourself to controlled hardship. Train yourself to endure discomfort now, so that when life throws obstacles at you, you don't break. Here's how you do it. Take cold showers, so you stop running from discomfort. Skip a meal, to remind yourself that hunger is not an emergency. Push your body harder in training, so your mind learns to overcome fatigue. Sleep on the floor once in a while, to detach from the need for luxury and control your desires. At first, your mind will resist. It will beg for comfort. But the longer you embrace discomfort, the stronger you become. You'll stop fearing struggle. You'll stop making excuses. And most importantly, you'll stop being controlled by your own weakness. But what happens when people push you? When they test your patience? That's when most men break. They react, they lash out, they lose control. And the second you lose control, you lose power. Here's how to never let that happen again, by mastering your reactions. 4. Control your reactions. You can't control what happens to you. People will test you. Life will throw challenges your way. But what you can control, what truly defines you, is how you react. Most people fail at this. The moment something upsets them, they lash out. Someone disrespects them, they react emotionally, they get frustrated, they let it consume them, and just like that, they give away their power. But here's what the Stoics understood. Nothing can truly hurt you unless you allow it to. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Because the second you let an external event dictate your emotions, you become a slave to it. So how do you stop this? How do you train yourself to stay calm and in control, no matter what happens? The answer, the pause and observe method. Every time something provokes you, pause for 3 seconds. Don't react, just observe. Notice how you feel. Notice the urge to respond emotionally, but don't act on it. Instead, take control. Respond only when you're ready, not when your emotions demand it. This small habit is life-changing. Instead of being a slave to anger, frustration, or ego, you become the one in control. You stop letting others push your buttons, and when people realize they can't shake you, they start respecting you. Because the most powerful man in the room is never the one who shouts the loudest. It's the one who stays calm, collected, and unshakable. But controlling your reactions is only half the battle. If you really want to command respect, you need to master another skill: speaking less and observing more. 5. Speak less, observe more. Think of a negotiation. One man is talking endlessly, trying to prove his worth. The other man, silent, observing, studying the room. Then, when he finally speaks, everyone listens. Power isn't in saying more, it's in saying the right things at the right time. Nice guys, on the other hand, talk too much. They over-explain, fill every silence, and seek validation through words. But here's the truth. The more you talk, the more power you give away. Why? Because words, when used carelessly, can make you look weak, insecure, or desperate to be heard. The more you say, the more you reveal. And the more you reveal, the easier it is for people to judge, manipulate, or dismiss you. The Stoics understood this well. Seneca said, "Speech should be weighed, not counted, because every word should carry weight, not just fill space. A man who speaks with intention commands attention. A man who rambles loses it." So how do you master this? How do you train yourself to speak less, but say more? The answer, the powerful silence method. The next time you're in a conversation, pause for 3 seconds before responding. Let the silence sit. Don't rush to fill it. Instead, observe. At first, this will feel uncomfortable, but that's the point. Silence makes people lean in. It makes your words more deliberate, more powerful. It also forces you to listen, to read people, to understand what's really being said before you speak. And here's the real power. When you master silence, you start controlling conversations without even trying. People wait for your words. They see you as someone who speaks with purpose, not just to be heard. But controlling your words is only part of the equation. If you really want to transform how you live, you need to adopt one of the most powerful Stoic practices of all: Memento Mori. 6. Apply Memento Mori. What if today was your last day? Would you spend it worrying about what others think? Would you waste it trying to impress people who don't even respect you? Most people live as if they have unlimited time. They hesitate. They procrastinate. They put off their dreams, their goals, their priorities, believing that someday will always be there. But the harsh truth is this: someday is an illusion. Time is slipping away. Every second that passes is a second you'll never get back. The Stoics understood this deeply. That's why they practiced Memento Mori. Remember you will die. Not to be fearful, but to be urgent. To remind themselves that life isn't something to be wasted, it's something to be used. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think." Because when you truly accept that life is short, your priorities become clear. So here's the practice. Daily Memento Mori. Every morning ask yourself, if today were my last, am I spending it on what truly matters? If the answer is no, something needs to change. Would you still waste time on meaningless distractions? Would you still seek approval from people who don't care about you? Or would you focus on what actually matters, your growth, your purpose, your legacy? When you live with Memento Mori, you stop hesitating. You stop tolerating things that drain you, and most importantly, you start acting like your time is valuable, because it is. But awareness isn't enough. If you want to truly transform, you need the final habit, the ability to be disliked, to stand firm in who you are, and to never seek permission to live on your own terms. 7. Be okay with being disliked. You can do everything right. You can set boundaries, build discipline, and master yourself. But no matter what you do, someone won't like you. And that's the trap most nice guys fall into. They try to be everything to everyone. They avoid conflict. They shape themselves around others' expectations, thinking that if they're agreeable enough, they'll be respected. But here's the truth. Seeking universal approval is the fastest way to lose yourself. The moment you prioritize being liked over being real, you hand over your power. The Stoics understood this well. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." In other words, if you stand for something, people will criticize you. If you live on your own terms, some people will judge you, and that's okay. Because real respect doesn't come from being liked. It comes from being authentic, unshaken, and unapologetically yourself. So here's the mindset shift. Embrace being disliked. If someone disrespects your boundaries, let them. If someone doesn't like your confidence, let them. Their opinions don't define you. Your actions do. Because the moment you stop needing approval, you gain something far more valuable: freedom. Freedom to live without fear. Freedom to make choices based on your values, not other people's expectations. And most importantly, freedom to be the kind of man who commands respect rather than begs for it. This is how you stop being just the nice guy and start becoming a man of power, respect, and discipline. If you're ready to take control, hit like, drop a comment, and share this video. And if you want to go deeper, watch the next video now. It's time to level up. If you've made it this far, you already know. Becoming respected isn't about being nice. It's about mastering yourself. And it starts with these 7 habits. 1. Stop seeking approval, because the more you chase validation, the weaker you become. 2. Set clear boundaries. People will treat you the way you allow them to. Stand firm. 3. Practice voluntary discomfort. Strength is built through struggle. Train for hardship before it comes. 4. Control your reactions. Power isn't about what happens to you, it's about how you respond. 5. Speak less, observe more. The more you listen, the more influence you gain. 6. Apply Memento Mori. Time is running out. Live with urgency. 7. Be okay with being disliked. Seeking approval makes you a prisoner. True respect comes from authenticity. Now, here's the challenge. Pick one of these habits and apply it for the next 7 days. Just one. Watch how it changes your mindset, your confidence, and the way people treat you. This is your wake-up call. No more waiting, no more excuses. Pick one habit, apply it for 7 days, and prove to yourself that you can change. Then come back and tell me what happened. And if you're ready to take this further, watch the next video right now. Your future depends on it. Hit like, drop a comment, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Let's build stronger men together.